Mm-mm. 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 Good night, good night, good night. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, voice out. Good night. Good night. I hope you had a wonderful day. And I hope you will have a good night also, a restful night. Good night. I don't know. This evening I saw something and it was quite disturbing. And I think every single soul that came across that news story this evening moved when they saw it, felt the hurt that the mother, the father is going through, the family right now is going through. Oh, can you synchronize with this thing? It's the story of the 8-year-old that was taken from her school. And you see, the funny thing is, people, when you're listening, you have to wonder because certain situation, certain crime, no matter what happened, there is no reason for it to happen. And when you hear of a 8-year-old, a baby, basically innocent child, taken from her school in Portmore, they took her to St. Andrew Vineyard town, threw her out of the vehicle, and people slash our throat. You see, when you hear of stories like that, you have to wonder what is going on in Jamaica. How can people art be so cool? And every single day you hear of them. Yesterday, we heard of the church in Montego Bay that they found the children in. And people, when you hear of that situation, where children as young as 16 that's supposed to enjoy the teenage life is being married half to pastor, to big man, greyback man, a married teenager. When you hear of females in the church going through certain situation and everything, and they're saying that because it's the church and everything, because the pastors, these people that control them in such high regard, they don't think anything of it. Because when you're listening, you have to wonder, as a mother, how can you know that a man who is in his 40s doing things with your 16-year-old and you sleep comfortable in your bed? How can that mother tonight sleep comfortable knowing that her child was taken from school and them do that to our child? Good night, Sandra. Good night. Guys, as you come, please hit the like button for me, please. Jamaica is such a cold place right now. You have to wonder if it's going to get any better. To make matters even worse, in the news, they spoke about what the police officers did to the Chinese citizens, nationals, people. You have to wonder, police, what they did was they went to the people them wholesale and basically take away their money. 8.5 mil Jamaican, 40,000 US, and an iPhone. They track the iPhone to a particular community and everything. You know what's the next thing? When you heard what the police officers, what they were trying to do, they were trying to fly out of Jamaica, book flight for go New York. I try fly out of Jamaica, like they expect to just do something like that and just get away with it and go enjoy the people them hard earn money. It goes to show, say what is happening in Jamaica right now, even the people who they put over us to serve and to protect, some of them you can't trust them. And if you hear what I say, no, I never say all of them. I said some of them, because you have some very good police officers out there. You have some who are working hard to make sure that this country is a better place. And you have the satellite, those two who prey on individuals. Because you see, when I look at it, I'm wondering, did those business people, did they inspect the document that they took to the business place to say it's a warrant? Did they inspect it? Did they try to make phone calls or anything? Because you see, when somebody come to you and they say they have a warrant, you have to make sure that you check it, you look who signed, which part it come from, make sure you say you have your attorney, you call your attorney and you let your but me no know. When you listen to the stories, it's like our movie I watch. Between social media and the news, there is no way you can get bored. I'm being honest. Because the news is like it's a movie. Everything that is being played out in the news is what you see in action movies. Hello, Sharon. Greetings, greetings. As you come, guys, please hit the like button. Everything is like our movie I watch when it comes down to Jamaica. We hear of some scary stuff. And you see, me I wonder what going on at St. James, you know. And when I look at it, I was thinking to myself, that's the reason why when you listen to the news, I don't know if you all realize, majority of the stuff that happen in Jamaica, they happen in St. James. And when you look at it, you have the Kevin Smith Church, the Pathway Church, and now you have this Yahweh, something another, and I think you can call the name church down there. So you have to wonder, what really are going on Montego Bay? What really are going on St. James? When you hear of some stories, people at St. James are drink this and that because they want to make sure so them guzo up. They want to make sure so them well protected. And when them do them thing, they want to make sure say, boy, nobody can touch them. You hear say people are leave other parishes to go to St. James. And I'm like, seriously? And I believe that all of those things that are taking place, I mean, with the drinking of the bee, the sea that is taking place in Montego Bay, because this is the second one they found and everything. I believe that what is happening right now, there is a door that is open in Jamaica. And that door that is open is because of what these people are doing, the sacrifices that they are making and all of that. So they open the door and those dark forces are now entering Jamaica. So because when you're listening, there was this story in the news, another one in St. James, a young man. This young man, 25, and when you listen to what he did, some of the crimes that them have him done for, you have to wonder at 25, what was going through his mind? Even the young student last week, the last student, they said he was the one responsible for that. The double M that happened in Adelphi, they said he was the one responsible for that. And holy more, when you hear people speaking out now because him gone and him two cronies them gone. So what is happening right now is that people are going to the police and they're telling them what used to happen, what these individuals did. Because they can tell you, if they were alive, nobody would now go give story now and attack what they did. But now people are going to the police and they're speaking out about what this young man did. And when you listen to stuff like that, you realize that really some serious possession are going on this land. Serious possession. And I'm not joking. Because how can you take an 8-year-old innocent child from her school and try to do something like that to her? Thanks be to God, that person was passing by and found the little girl and rushed her to the hospital. Because if that person wasn't passing, right now it would be a different story. But thanks be to God, he was there to let that person intervene in the situation. And I pray and hope that she will be okay. I know that her life will never be the same again. She's going to need some serious counseling. And the sad thing is that at times, even when they get the serious counseling, it don't help to show how serious the trauma was. Yep. Yes, Sharon, that's what it's loose, loose, loose. It's loose in Jamaica. And many think people realize, and you see the sad thing, that's why sometimes when people are telling me about church and all of them something there, you have to wonder, because I always say it, you see, when it comes on to church, I'm sticking to my whole, you see, back in the days when you hear about Pentecostal, Apostolic, Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, Church of God, Baptist, and them type of church there, you have the Roman Catholic, the Anglican, them church there you hear about back in the days, You never hear about no Pathway International. You never hear about no funny name, Yahweh, blah, 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 something. You never hear about them something there. So that's why me say, if me up any time I decided that I'm going to walk with God, I am going back to one of them old one of them church there. Me nah go on none of them new name church here. Pathway this, Yahweh something another this. Where them come from? What is their belief? You don't know. And they come and they indoctrinate these people with their own belief and use the Bible now to try to cover up what they're doing. Because they use, what I get to understand is what happened in St. James the other day. They use the Bible to say that man is the head of the household. Yes, we all know that. But what they did is that they let these females feel like they don't have no talk whatsoever. They let the females know that, guess what? All you're supposed to do is have baby, take care of the house. They let them know that as you reach a certain age, you're supposed to marry and everything. That's what happened because they use the word of God in their own way. They make up some story for trick people mind, and it is so sad. And I have to wonder, what are these individuals going to say to God? Because you see, when you look at it, you see the people them who you hear and a lot of times speak about God and everything, you have to be careful about them. And these gentlemen that go around and you hear them talk about females not supposed to do this not, you have to look at them carefully. Because when you listen, a 16-year-old married to a big man, one man old enough to be your dad. When you listen to some of the stories, you have to wonder if I really saw it ago. You hear about more, they have this how much wife. And you're like, what? Which part of Jamaica them something there happen? Same somebody says, Sharon, Pentecostal, Apostolic. That's what I say, Adventist. Them church they may stick to. When you hear say, I heard one story where they were saying that one man in the church married to 3 women. I mean, I say, I wish part that happened. I really Jamaica them something there happen. They wonder, what go on? What the person is going to say to God. And the poor females, they're brainwashed so bad that they believe that these persons are actually protecting them to show how bad the person them get into them brain, And you see, people, we all have to be careful. We have to be careful, of these people, because you will have people reaching out to you. And when you check a stack, they don't have no good intention. None whatsoever. Some will come to you with the word of God. They will come to you with all manner of things. And really, what they come in with is their own belief, their own message they try to bring across to you. Because trust me, when me look on it, I believe that head of that church, from ever since, he want to have more than one wife. He want to do them something there. And maybe you just sat and came up with it. Oh, let me start a church and I'm going to name it this. Oh, yes. Yes, that's what I'm going to name it. I'm going to let the men know that they are the head of the household. They're supposed to protect the females. I'm going to let females know that they're not supposed to do anything but take care of the house, take care of their husband, take care of the children. That's all they're supposed to do. They're not supposed to work. We are the head over them and everything. But all we have to do, we just have to be careful. We just have to wise up whenever we're searching for the word of God, we research for it. When people come to you, especially when they must say they're this and they're that, inspect. Because I am thinking to myself, it's such a pity those Chinese national never inspect that document, because maybe what those officers did, they just went there with a simple document and the letterhead, and they just show them, and they just, because they saw the ID, they said, okay, these are officers of the law. So they just believe in them. And look what happened. The money where them supposed to pay for the goods that they took out on credit, gone. The 40,000, gone. iPhone 14, well, it mash up because them track it and mash it up. So nothing more than they realized that what was going on, they couldn't use it. But we all just have to be very, very careful what we do. Because trust me, when you listen to the news, you realize that no matter what you try to do, no matter how safe you try to be and how you try to protect your family, there is no guarantee that it is going to be like that. All you have to do is just pray and ask God to cover them. That is the only thing you have to do. You can't do nothing more. Now, people, yes, that are the thing, that is the thing, Sharon, right there. So I think that is the problem. You see, females, when you check a stock, they believe that once you reach a certain age, you're supposed to marry and settle down. And because of that, them fall into certain situation because how desperate them are. Some of them believe, say, it'll go be the end of the world if you live you see 60 and you're not married or anything. No, there's more to life than man. There's more to life than having a husband. And that is what is happening with a lot of these females. They believe that, hey, I'm 50. Oh Lord, my life done. Me not married. No, don't be depressed over it. Don't try to go into certain relationship because you want a husband. And at times, when they enter these relationship, that small voice is saying to them, don't. They have the doubt, but yet still, they go in it and everything, even though that small voice is telling them that it's not the right thing for them. But they still do. They still enter into those relationships. But people, females overall, understand there is more to life than having a husband. Yes, when you have somebody, when you have your companion, that is good. It's a wonderful thing. But if you realize that you reach a certain age and you don't have any, no matter feel no way about it. Maybe it's a blessing. I remember some time ago I saw a news story of this lady, and they were asked, I think she was maybe about 100 and something. And them asked her, oh, she lives so long. And the lady said she don't have no man. She give up on man long time. So she never have no man for stress her out. When I saw it, I'm wondering if it was just a social media story or if the lady did actually say that. Because when I saw it, I had to laugh to myself. I mean, I say, boy, lady, you're lucky. And I wonder if females realize, that I always hear people say it, but I don't think we really sit and think about it. All of our problems begin with MEN or M. Menstrual, menopause, even money, M. Money make females do a whole heap of thing. You realize what start with it? What letter it start with? M. When man start with M. And that's the thing. Because females, because they want someone to provide for them, they enter into these relationships. And it is quite sad when you listen to some females, what they're going through with man, with them claim say, are men of God. Because they never know say, a crosses them a take up. They never know say, where the cat out the door? These sound like a dog them a tear the puss apart. Oh, sorry. I was listening to the cat. Okay, Sharon, you're stress free. No, yes, enjoyed. Enjoyed. Enjoyed, Sharon. That's the blessing. That's the blessing. Now, people, you know what I realized? Let me talk about social media now. I realized that on social media, you see the drama, it will never ever end. No matter how you try to avoid it, you steer far from the pasa, the drama and everything. It always find you. No matter how you run from it, it find you. And you see, when it find you and everything, you have to sit, you have to laugh about it. Because let me tell you the reason why I said you have to sit and laugh about it. When you look at social media, I realize that a lot of people, they think that the individuals that they communicate with, are a set of naive individuals with just brainless, simple put it, brainless, not have no sense. That's what I realize. So you will have people saying certain things and everything. And being the type of person that you are, not going to disrespect anybody or anything like that, because you don't know. On my platform long time, always hear me say, me I want like a country girl. Me grew up a country. Back in the days them, if I walk past somebody on the street, I'm gonna say good morning. Me can't tell you, me I go get a pinch, my ears I go get a ring or something like that. Oh, let me tell you a story. I remember once there was this lady, Maya, and I don't know when I said to the lady, me faced with the lady and everything. I'm going to go, and she said, wait, I go and tell mad about you and everything. I'm like, okay. All right, then. I said, I wish I could tell grandma about now. I wish I could say. So me run go up now, because you don't want to beaten. Because back in the days, then when you get the whooping good. So me run go up after me face myself with the big woman, me run go up and tell my grandmother and say, anything Maya come and tell you, no believe it, a lie she tell people. Who tell me if you go see so? I get a piece of whooping when me I try run from, because me just say, anything the lady come say to you, a lie she tell. Me get a whooping because me say, Miss Maya a liar and everything. And me get a whooping. You see, when Miss Maya come and she tell the story, you don't know what happened again. Me get another piece of whooping. And I was saying, when me sit and me look back on it, me I say, say, with grandparents back in them days there, they really know. Because imagine, me tell you say the lady, anything the lady said to you, a lie she tell. Hi, Barbara. Hi, good night. Hi, guys, as you come, please hit the like button. Me tell you say, anything the lady say, a lie she tell you. And you beat me, Because you say me I tell, me say the big woman a liar. I'm a bright and my face, and you beat me. Remember, you already beat me. The lady come now and she tell you how the story come, how the story go. And you beat me again over it, when you already give me the beat me, You give me an, I guess when I sit down and me think about then something, I say, no, sir. And the next thing also, when you grow up, I may talk about 90s, me not talk about 2000. I must hear me talk when I realize say in the 90s then time there. When you grow up, when you're there country, if you go a shop, you pass the person. When you go a shop, you reach shop and everything. You go back home now. You pass the person again. You better say good afternoon. Remember, you already tell the person when you were going Audi. When you're going back now, you better tell the person again, Audi again. Because if you don't, they're going to say you don't have no manners and it's going to reach back to your grandmother. And when that reach back to your grandmother will beat you and tell you say manners carry you through the world. And until this day, me still, well, me can't go anywhere I want, but me still there Jamaica because me love Jamaica. When you sit and you look at that, you have to say, no man, there's something that it really used to go on. I don't know if I'm the only one that went through something like that growing up in the country. So you see, because of all of that, it was instilled in you at a very young age to respect adult, to have manners to anybody. It doesn't even matter if it's, oh Lord, I'm not going to say the B word. It doesn't really matter who it is, to respect that person and to be manageable. That was what was instilled in you at a very, very young age, you know. So you see, even when you almost reach 40, it not go come out of you, you know. It's still I go stay in you because that is just the type of person that you are. You're not gonna go around, you're not gonna cuss people, you're not gonna raise your voice, you're not gonna get angry at people, you're not going to use those colorful words to people because I know you're a thing that they never grow you like that. So because of that, you will come across the people and people might look and people might say, okay, she's naive, she's soft, and all of that. But understand, it have nothing to do with being naive. It have nothing to do with being soft. It all go back to the fact of the matter is you are someone, you will never disrespect a person no matter what. Yes, you will come across people who want to take you for a fool and everything. And I believe a lot of the times when you see certain things outplay on social media, I believe that what caused it is because people don't know what the individuals was doing. Because you will hear of something happen like couple months down, and you say, but that person did really talk about that person. When you hear recording coming out or anything coming out, you know, you say, but that person was really talking to that person or really spoke to that person. And you wonder, I believe that if you come in contact with someone, especially if it's someone that you have to be careful of, the best thing for you to do, let people know who you came in contact with. Because you see, when you don't do that, that person will take, twist, left, drag, and do what they want to do, because that is just how people know the person to be and everything. So you have to be very, very careful. Now, people, some time ago on my platform, a long time, I spoke about it. I spoke about charities in Jamaica. And I always said, if you're going to do this thing, and you know, so you're going to do it full time, you're going to spend every single day a run up and down, make sure you get it licensed and registered. That's what I always say. And you see, the thing is, I am one person, I believe, and I think it was Anna, when I was addressing Anna's story when the grave digging went, and I said, Anna name will always be called, because if she asks people, if she come out with her information and make people send the money to the charity bank account, then her name wouldn't be called in it and everything. You see, the thing is, what people don't understand, if you're going to do something, oh Lord, someone is calling me. I'll call you back. Let me send a message. Right. If you realize that you're just going to do something and you're going to do it like once, twice for the year, you don't go through all of that for license, register, everything. It's not something that you're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're not doing it like that. It's just once or twice for the year. Nothing wrong. Do it because you understand what people going through. You're in a position to help people and everything. You see, when I look back at everything, people, I'm going to be honest. I am sorry that I posted that video. And let me tell you why. Because last year, I assisted people out of my own pocket. My girlfriend, she was telling me if do it for how long. Use a platform, no use. I said, no, I'm not going to. And she said, why? Me say, because me know, me watch people on social media, me know how them think and everything. So I'm not going to do that. That's what I said to her. You know? And we went somewhere the other day. When we went, we were speaking to a particular lady. This lady, me can't believe say we're living in a time now where you have a condom, pill, injection, everything you have. And yet still you have ladies having 6, 7 people and everything. You have to wonder when you ask, oh, me allergic to that, so me can't use that. Okay then. So what happened to that? Oh, it sent up my blood pressure. You say, okay then. So what happened to that? Oh, it bet me put on weight. You say, but if you go put on little weight, nothing really wrong with that. And then you go down the line, you realize that every single one you ask the person about, there is an excuse. And then when you're looking at, you realize that this person can't even provide for themselves, much less if you go provide for the children them that they have, the innocent life. And we were looking at it and we were saying, okay, we're going to add her to a list. And we realized the more people we come in contact with, and the more the list will grow. And I was saying to her, don't put on one more person on that list. Because if you put on one next person on the list, come September, we have a broke when we go back to work. We're not going to have no money. So no put on nobody else on the list. And she said, no, but we said, no. The other day she called me and she said, you know, say, I chew your talk. Me say, oh. She said, you know, say, I 8 people me have on my list already. Me say, okay then. She said, how much I have on yours? And me tell her, I say, on mine, I have 13 and everything. And we started to laugh. And we said, okay, then we are going to cut it down. And so we start cut. We said, no, we can't cut that one there because that one there need. Okay, but we get rid of that. Oh, no, we can't cut that one. And we continue going like that and everything. We say, all right, then. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it out there and see if we can get. And I did that video. Lo and behold, the set of individuals on social media that I don't listen to. I normally hear of them on doing trending drama platform when he used to post it. And you can go back to the videos that I did, and you'll hear where I always say that, say, because of doing, but me used to hear about certain people on social media. And I'm thinking to myself, the set of individuals that I always avoid, I speak the less about on social media. I'm shocked. Really shocked. And I'm like, okay, then it is what it is. But it goes to show people. So, you see, sometimes when you have that small voice speaking to you, saying, don't do this, it's best if we just listen to it. It's best we just listen and everything and just do what you have to do. Because you see, at the end of the day, yes, you have a good intention, you have a clean heart, your parents grow in the right and proper way. But because of the way people think and because of their mindset, they will believe the worst in people. Because I believe what happened is that they sit and they think, okay, if I was in this position, what would I do? That's what they look at, They use what they would do if they were in the position and think that every single soul would do that. That's how I look at it. But social media, we have to be very, very careful. When I listen to certain things, I laugh because I realize that on social media, people don't know nothing about me but my baby father. That is the only thing people know about me on social media. And I realize that every single soul, whenever they're talking about Lady in the Dark, the dopey, that's what they bring up because they don't have anything else to bring up. And even if the Lady in the Dark would come out of the dark, they still wouldn't have anything to bring up because of how I live my life. But we all just have to be careful We have to be very, very careful because these people, they twist and they will tear everything apart, even if you have the good intention, even if you speak to them kindly, because what people don't understand, and I don't know why people can't understand this. I know everybody I go cuss. I know everybody I go speak loud. I know it's everybody I go vulgar and no. Some of we just speak softly. We don't make them something they bother with too much. If we realize somebody step on with one everything, we go pray about it and we leave it alone. Because one thing about me might not go to church, Me not go to church, but me believe in a my God. As some me look upon it. And you see, the thing is, what happened on social media? I'm going to be honest. I had no intention of going into charity full time like that. And you see, when I look at it, I don't know how me I go do it. But you see, since these individuals want to talk, the song, we could give them something, we could give them something to talk about. Because I am thinking to myself, if every single month me can take $120,000 and go do something, and if they want you to show it, you show it. Me I go do that. Because what happened to me is people don't like to see people getting help. I believe that is the main thing behind this. People don't like to see people getting help or anything. And when you speak to someone, you have to, people may say it and people wonder. They sound good. When they realize, say you and them now go toe to toe, cuss or anything, they will calm down and everything. And they realize the type of person that you are. They realize, you're not going to the cuss and everything. And the sad thing is that no matter what happened, they will go back and they will do the same thing. And that's the reason why you have to be very, very careful. You have to be careful. Missy people on social media, take up their phone, call people, text people. And I'm like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? You don't want to be friends with, no. A one person on social media know who is lady in the dark. One person. And, well, two person. No. I'm talking about platform holders, two person. Oh, hold on there. Lady V, Mix Up, and Auntie Dana. Okay, three individuals, no. And you see, when you think about it, I think that is the best thing. That is the best thing, because when you don't let people know nothing about your life, they won't have anything to say about you. They're not going to have nothing bad. Well, please, you can't live like Saint, you can't live like Mary, you can't live, no matter what. People always going to have something bad to say. No matter all, if you're perfect, they might go find something bad to say. So that even make no sense right there. But no matter what, people always are going to criticize. People always are going to curse. People always are going to say things. But understand, I am going ahead with my thing just the same. And people, if it means that I have to go in my account, pull a little money and everything and do it, trust me, I go do it and I go make sure say me come on social media, my video, and come on social media, and show it, because I realize that people don't like to see people receive blessing. I realize that people don't like to see people get the help that they need, and we have to understand, as much as time we not agree with their lifestyle, when you look on it, a lot of them are in the position that they're in because of how they were grown. A lot of females, they have that 6 pitney because once them reach 15, their mother tell them, say, them figure and go look a man to take care of them. Once they reach a certain age, that the mother tell them, then done with them, go look a man. When you look at it, some fathers, some mothers, they believe that they're not supposed to invest in their daughter's life, education, because them say females, all them supposed to do have pitney and everything. So when you check it out, a lot of them, they have the children because of the way in which they were brought up and everything. I remember some time ago I was watching AD live, and this always, may I tell the people, every time I say a baby mother go there, and whether them get turned back or then get the help and people have the bad comments to say, it moves me. Me not lie, and the reason why is because I am someone every single day, or almost every single day, you come in contact with a mother who is struggling. And all of the baby mother them out there, workless, you know. You see, you have some baby mothers, trust me, they hand. All them want are just somebody to give them the push that they need. That's all. When you look at it, some of them, they sacrifice so much for their children. They sacrifice the food to eat. And what if people might wonder, you know, when they see them, they don't have no ambition, workless girl, this and that. No, I know so it go all the time. What if them don't want people will ask why they don't leave the picnic with somebody and go look work. They can't do that because for them to provide a caregiver for the child or to carry the child at daycare, a $3,000 to $4,000 a week. And when you check it out, a lot of them, they're just working minimum wage. Minimum wage at $9,000 right now, soon be 13. I did change. Oh, 13 now, I think a June 1, right? 13,000 now. And they have rent to pay, light bill, internet, water, food. So a lot of them, they sacrifice their happiness for the child. You will hear some of them, and I can tell you, you know, you will hear some of them tell you, say, Miss, I want to go back to school, you know, but may I wait until the boy finish school first. Literally, I saw some of them say, literally, they might wait until the boy or the girl finish school. I saw them say it. And then you realize that they have the ambition, but they put the child well-being first and stay back there and just go and chill. I know a female, she's a vendor. And people, yes, when you look on this woman, her son is going to Calabar. The daughter is going to St. Jago High School. The next one, I think, is Wilmers. The next one go. You see them pitney they go to school every single day. The only time they might not go to school are when them sick. And you know what the woman do? Sell. I mean sell clothes and them little something there. She just sell like some little food items or stall and so forth. And that she do and send her pitney them to school. Walk up and down and sell her stuff them. Sometimes you pass, you see the big daughter sitting there and everything. I know of this lady that sell porridge, and I said it some time ago when I was heading to work. Me I say, whoa, you see that little girl there? She got to come out to something good. Because her mother was sitting there with her big pot of porridge, you know. The mother sell porridge and fritters on the street side. And the daughter was there helping the mother sell her stuff them and everything. You know some daughter them not gonna do that. Them are gonna worry with them classmate, them schoolmate as pass them on the roadside and say and everything. Them are gonna worry about that. But it goes to show you have some mothers out there like those individuals who all them are do are try to provide for the children. You see, if come August, when we have our thing, you pack up a 2 bag and you carry go give that mother and everything. You know how that mother go feel good. If you know say she not have to buy bag and book, you know how them go feel good. And that is what people don't understand. I know everybody will not see not have no ambition. I know everybody want to say come out and say them are going to do this a scammer. No. When you look at it, some of them on social media, they genuinely have people best interests at hand. Genuinely. Some of them, when you see them, you have to really wonder where them up to. Not telling a lie. You have to wonder where them really up to. When you see them come and then talk about certain things and them, me need, I said, but wait, how you go on? You realize them I say they need money for this, money for that. Money. I said, but wait, how you go on? So people just have to understand people out there need help. And not everybody want to hear come out and say them are going to help people. I know all of them are scammer. We don't have to make sure say when you not go talk up on the things them and we not say on the thing them. We not try to do your little background check and find out, even if you don't find out the full details about a particular person, you try to find out a little bit so you can basically have a good or right assumption about the person. But what I realize is that if you come out and you say a particular lady name and they said, okay, you're with that lady, hey, them are going to crucify you. Whether or not you like it, they are going to crucify you. I see something that is going on social media right now. And me I wonder when it will stop. This young lady, the mother is like, the mother is not paying it any mind, right? And the lady a drag the young lady. She just a drag her. She just a drag her. It's like she can't stop talk and everything. And what you realize when you see things like these, you realize that people, a lot of them on social media, they lack the understanding of just knowing that certain things will happen to a particular individual in their life, and that alone will cause them to do certain things. And no matter how people will try to reach out to that person self in the box to turn off all the feeling, all the emotion is off. So you realize that they're going down, 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 down. They're doing all sort of things. Mother can reach out to them, father can reach out to them and everything. You see, when you see stuff like that, all you have to do is just pray for the individual. Try to encourage the individual. You have to know that parents not have nothing to do. You can raise your kid the best way. You can never tell what is going to happen. You can't tell. And me talked it earlier about when I grew up in a country. Imagine I could come right now and we never did have to come the way I come. I could have come and come, we call it tegerig, rough, because all of them something there and everything. You're rough, you want knock fists and you want cuss up the word them and everything. I could come to be someone like that. Or, I don't know. Maybe. But it all depends on what you go through in life, because different from those things. I had it's not really perfect, but I had a very good life when you look at it. School, wonderful. I used to go to school. When I go to school, back in the days, if you're not rich, you don't have no TV and everything. So you have to go library for like entertainment, for read book. I used to join the school library, join the community library. When time the community library and the school library couldn't, I don't find one next library. Only hear me say me come from St. Mary. We reach a Gale, a one next library. Because at the time you could only get one book, When you get the one book, you get it like for 1 week and everything. When we go to a library and me get one book, the book has served me 1 day. Because after school, you don't have no TV if you watch. You go home, you do your homework. If you go a river, go catch water, you go a river, go catch water. After that, what you think you do? You don't have nothing more to do. You got to take up a book and read and everything. And that's how my life was. And it was wonderful. When I said wonderful, I mean wonderful. You learn to appreciate the small stuff in life. When God bless you and you realize that you have a TV when you're not even a watch, you wonder, you have to be thankful for that. When you come in my house right now, people always said, where you do it so much book? I'm like, read. They will look and they say, so you read all of those books on that bookshelf? I said, yeah. Because a whole heap of book may have people, whole heap. And if I'm supposed to buy a book right now, Miss hear people that say, me must go use tablet. I said, no, me can't use tablet because it's just not the same. Like skipping the page, reading a book and everything is not the same. So that is how my life used to be. So you realize the humble beginning and everything. You grow up with your grandma, your mother, and your sibling and everything. Father, the overseas and doing thing and everything, and everything sort out. So it was a good life, and I am thankful for it because when I look at the type of female that I am today, me nah brag and boast, but I am proud of the young lady that I am. One, no man can take me for idiot. You have some woman, they feel happy when they are in certain situation. No man can take me for idiot when it come on to certain things. Anything I want, me work hard for it so me can have it. That's the good thing. I will see a man out there, if a madman, me not go scan him or anything. Yeah, me might be afraid of him because sometimes some of them you can't put nothing past them. They will take something and knock you or something, so you can't put nothing past them. So you appreciate people. You will come in contact with people who are going through their struggle. Some people will look at them and judge them. Me not do that. Me not do that. And me can't do it because you see at times when God bring you up and you realize that you're in a position where you can help people, you have to remember where you're coming from. You have to remember, say, this was the life that you had back then. Now, you might believe that because you're driving a nice car, you live in a nice community, you're in a nice job and everything. A lot of females think, say, okay, me rich. But you have to bear in mind that nice job that you have, you can lose it. That nice car that you're driving, you can be driving on the street one day, it right off, you lose it. That nice house that you're living in, where some people worship, you have to understand natural disaster can take it away. So you have to remember that what is important more than anything is how you treat people. Because you see, when you treat people good, and if you're in any situation, are those same set of people coming back to help you. And that whole heap of people not understand. Whole heap of people not understand that. So understand, and everybody out there mean people bad. And everybody out there have a bad intention or anything like that. You have to listen to how someone communicate. Listen how the person talk. You know, if you see somebody, if you try to find out who that person is, you don't listen to how the person communicate and everything. You can do your research. Do your research. It's social media. Do your research on social media and everything. Because you see, what people not understand, you have a whole heap of people. They start the platform. When they start the platform, they come, they speak a certain way and everything. They will say this and say that. Ah, Bam Bam Jamaica. Hey, hi girl. Hello, how you doing? I like her. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I wouldn't did that so well. Lord have mercy, woman, you distract me. Oh yes, you have a lot of people. They will come, they will say this, they will say that, and 3 months, 4 months after, the true person that they are coming forth, you realize, say, that person, they come, they pretend that they're perfect, they pretend that they're this, they pretend, and guess what? You find out, say, the person is a wolf in sheep clothing, and so it go. And you have to realize, say, when you see people like that, 6 months, 9 months, you see the true intention coming forth. You see the person true colors coming forth. So me can tell you now, me depend this now almost 2 years. I think it's either November or October, going to be 2 years. If I was a terrible person, who not know by now. If me I did one scammer, who not know by now and everything. And people, I gotta tell you one reason why me not come out of the dark. You say AD, and me say it to her. Me say it to her. On my channel, and I remember when me did say her, I think me did say it to her too. She put, I know the person can give me a good reason, why. Why? That another person said they don't. That another person said they don't hate the person. What they hate is what the person is doing. Let me correct it. That's what the person said. They don't hate the person. They hate what the person is doing. When you ask what the person doing, you hear everything coming forward what they normally say. And when you're looking up, you're saying, okay, you have to wonder to yourself if you hate the person because of all of that, or you don't not hate. I don't want to say they hate because the person said they don't hate the person. If you're going to say all of that about the person and everything, you say you like so the lady a help, but you just don't like the fact say the way she doing it, if she forgive out her bread, it a go be pan the life and this and all of that. You have to wonder, you know. You have to really wonder if you are in disagreement with so much, why don't you come? You have a huge platform. Why don't you come and let others see how it should be done? Just try understand what I say. When you ever realize, my mother, she can cook the best cornmeal porridge. Me not joke. The best cornmeal porridge my mother can cook. You see when me cook the porridge, I not even remember how to cook cornmeal porridge because every time I cook it, the woman find fault with it. She show me and everything. It's like she bragging, you know. Oh, you put this in there, you put this in there, you put this. I wonder, when you do all of them something for you know, just throw everything in there one time. It'll go cook anyway. You put this in there first, or no, you put this, give it about 2 more minutes and then you put that. Oh, give it 1 more minute and then you put the vanilla and then and then you put this and then you put the. I'm thinking to myself, lady, it a go down in your belly. Everything I go mix up and everything. We're not just putting everything one time. So when me I cook it, nutmeg. When me I mix it up, I put nutmeg, vanilla, milk, everything one time. And you realize she will come and she will boast how it's supposed to be done, show me how it do and everything. And what do you think happen? Me try it once. When me try it, the way she say it, you know, me get praise. My brother tell me say my porridge tastes good. She say my porridge tastes good and everything. And me feel good. But still, me not gonna do it again. So what I'm saying is that if you find fault with something that somebody is doing, the best thing for you to do is to show them. Use your big platform. Come and say to them, say, hey, guess what? I saw it for do. You see, oh, me I do it the right way. The money are going in the bank account. The money now go to this somebody Zelle, to this somebody Cash App, to this somebody if you go collect a Western Union. Do it the right way so the person can see that that is the correct way of doing it. But yet still, all you're doing, you're criticizing the person and everything, you know. You're not sure the person. You just criticize, you come, you talk and everything. You must hear the word. The saying, actions speak louder, actions speak louder than word, because you have to show people this is the right way. So it no makes sense. You come, you chat, you do that, don't do that. Don't do it. Because when you do something like that, people are going to say, as when me did I say, you idiot. So show the person, but you have the people them. They're not going to show, they don't show. They will come and they will criticize and everything. That's what they do. But all I can say is life is good. It is really, really good. A lot of us, we are in position now, whether it be in Jamaica, overseas, or anything. We are in position that we would never, when you look back 5-10 years ago, you would have never believed that you would have been where you are. So you see, when you realize that you are in that position and you can make a change to someone, you do it. You do it. I'm going to try. I don't know, but I'm going to send them a message. And people, this couple, their story was in the Jamaica Gleaner. I have their number in my phone because anyway, I have their number in my phone. The story did touch me. And may I tell you now, you see, when you look upon them today, the position that they're in, remember, you know, me say them story did in the Gleaner. For sure, the desperate condition that they were in, their story was in the Gleaner. And when you listen to them today, and them talk, and then can tell you how their life go. I remember the other day, the female called me to say if I don't know anywhere where they can get a piece of land to lease. This is the same people, them, you know, who had a story in the Gleaner, them never live nowhere. I call, I ask if they can get somewhere to lease. They're living good now. And when you look at it, these people, you realize your ear say, oh, they might help people, and you have to wonder, Jesus, please. But you know how to it fully. But yet still, they remember where they're coming from. They remember the good that people did for them and everything. And now they want to do it to somebody else. They want to bless somebody else with it and everything. And when you look at that, you have to smile, may I tell you. May I talk about them story? Me proud of them. When I say me proud of them, me mean me proud of them. I remember when I saw their story in the Gleaner, and I think maybe if you look on my page, was it this page or was it the next one? I don't even remember where I posted it. And I remember what caused me to help them was when I was listening to the gentleman story and what he said that happened to him. I was like, oh my God. I not even did help them big or anything. I just small. But when you look back now, you know, me feel proud, really, really proud of them. And there is this baby mother. Trust me, maybe me talk about her already. Sharon, can you tell me if me talk about her? This baby mother she had a police. She was involved with a policeman. She was going to school. I don't know if me talk about her already and everything. Drop out of school, everything. Involved with the policeman. She and policeman in a problem. Left, right, center. Peer problem. Then in a, hey, you know why my girl I do know? My girl in a nice walk. When you see my girl, you have to wonder if I'm the same person. You know what? The man want her, and she don't want the man. Because guess what? She has moved past that and everything. You see, when I look on them something there, I smile to myself and I feel good. When I say I feel good, I mean I feel good to know that those individuals have impact their life in some way, whether it be small, you know, may make a difference in their life, and at that me love. And when you look on it, me and them until this day, they will take up the phone, they text and everything, hi, how you doing? And I love that. And I will do the same thing. And people, that is what is happening. A lot of people, they don't remember where they're coming from. They don't remember the good that people has done for them and everything. And you see, when you remember those things, you have to make sure you do it back for yourself. I'm going to tell you a story. One day if Gas on here, Gas always tell me if you go tell my story. Anyway, I don't think she's here or I don't even know. But I remember when I was in the country and everything. When we left, when I was in the country, I was going to school. I had a cousin who was living in Kingston and everything, life sweet and everything. You know what me used to get? The hand me down and everything. And them something me used to get, you know, the hand me down and so forth. When you get them, you know, you walk and you feel good in it and everything, even though and me down, you still feel good about it. When I came to Spanish Town with my mother and I started school and everything, people, I remember back in the days, you get a book list, Cow Call Boy, Spratt Morrison, Atlas, one heap of book where you have to buy, you know. My mother couldn't afford them there. When my father send the money, you know, say food for buy, everything. And can't buy all of them there. I have my cousin and everything. And you know what me used to do? Read the book them. Write the story them. Them time that we used to have the exercise book. Me used to write out the story them. And you see when me there at school and the teacher I ask question comprehension. And I ask question, yo, nobody in a literature class couldn't compare to this Amaga Foot girl. May I tell you? And guess what? I never have no book. Me never have no reading book. Remember when me used to go to school and they say, where is your book? And I remember once, me say, see it here. And me say, that's your book. And she walk, Miss Morrison. She walk come to my desk. And she said, so where is the storybook? And I said, see it here, miss. Because me write out the chapter them, you know, in the book and everything. And you see when she open it, and she see, because maybe she don't wonder what me I talk about, because maybe she thought it was my notebook. And you see when the lady look on the book, and she look on me, she looking at the book and she look on me. She just walk go up at the top of the class. She just walk go back to the front of the class and leave me with my book. And when you look back on situation like those and you know which part you come from and you know say, come whenever time you can't go buy somebody book or anything, you have to. Because you remember that you never used to have any. You never used to have any. I remember once my cousin, because never used to use the book them, and me used to use them and everything. You know them pitney, they will get everything. And when they not use them. Right. That used to happen. And me use the book. Me use them. And one day, you know, I look for the book, you know, I look for the book. Me I look for the book. Me I say, which part the book there? Nah, give me the book, hide the book from me. Can I say, me I use the book? Me use the book more. And I'm like, but you know, use the book, so me have to use the book for you. Hide the book. And I'm like, oh my God. But the good thing, you remember where you're coming from and you can make a change in someone's life. You have to do it. You have to do it. I remember last year when I was at work and I asked individuals for toys and so forth because I put out this little thing and then carry them coming up and then look at me and they say, oh, we are going to do with them there. And I tell them, yes, sir, Supreme Court right in front of Supreme Court people. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, okay. Right, right in front Supreme Court. You have individuals sitting out there. You see, when you go early in the morning, you will see all of them line up. If you go like after 6 or so, you realize that sometimes you see some young people out there, mostly big people and so forth. You see, when you collect those things, the hand-me-down, the baby stuff, the people them clothes, you put 1 little 2 pound of flour, 2 pound of sugar, 1 mackerel, 1 sardine in it and everything, and you go down there so go give the people them, whoa, a Christmas. When me say a Christmas, me mean a Christmas. I remember one day, me go show no how it's serious, you know. Me not like go downtown. You see, anytime me I go downtown, I just in that little section there, me go, or close by where I work and in that little section. And me never want drive around and then I have to drive come back on that avenue. I park my car right there, so it no lock. My car no lock, and me park my car and me go by. When me I go by, there was this man, him always there out there, him homeless. So him did it. And he see me and he said, Slim, where you all right? Me say yes. And everything. I left my car. And I gone about my business. And I come back. Laptop in the car, my handbag in the car, everything. The man make sure him turn up and my car as security, you know. In turn up on my car, lean back on my car, and nobody couldn't go in at that until me come. And everything. The funny thing is when I was walking off, I thought I pressed the button. And when me come back, I'm open the back side. So you mean to tell me, say, I walk going to Arena Street and never lock your car? And that me I say, you know, you see when me go in at the car, the first thing me I look for the laptop. When me say, the people then laptop, did they say, thank you, God. Because it never lock. The man just lean back panic car. He say, you know, have to worry, man. Me protect it, man. You know, say you with general. I say, okay then, and everything. You give me a little $100, and you go about your business and everything. So what you realize is that the way you treat people, in spite of the position that you're in, you can wear black and white every single day and everything. You can drive Prado, drive Range Rover, drive your Honda, and all of that. But you see, in spite of how you treat people, that will determine how people treat you. You see, whole heap of things where you see happen to people in Jamaica are because them not treat people good. And not only in Jamaica, but overall, a lot of things that happen to people are because they not treat people good. So you see, if danger supposed to come their way, people turn a blind eye to it. People pretend so them no see it. The other day, I was listening to a particular lady live. Well, you know, me not really love call name, even though somebody names them, me know me can call, and nobody now go come and cuss me out. But I was listening to her live, and she was speaking about her neighbor and what happened to the neighbor. It seemed like the neighbor went away and everything, left the house. She said people come at the house, move out items and everything, you know. And they thought the people, they might move out. She said that when she see it, she was like, oh, so enough for them house. Because she said, based on the neighborhood, most of those people own the house. So when she said that, she said, oh, so I never feed them house. When you check a stock, a people come and move out the people them items, the person come and I ask if you see what happened. Just imagine if that person was a neighbor. We talk, tell, you know, sometimes you're not going to tell people your business, you know, but you're going to say, yo, I'm going here, give an eye on my property or something. That alone will make a difference. But you see, when time you go on like you bet on people and everything, at that time, people no business with you. That is a time when certain things will happen to you. You cannot look at people and think, say, okay, because they are in this position, are them worse off, they're not, and so it go. That's not how it is. And people just have to understand that. Any day people realize, say, a person position in life is just temporary, this world will be a better place. Because a lot of us, because you're in your big job, you live a big foreign, you drive big car, you live in your big house, you drive a Range, and all of that, you think you're better than people. No, that's not how it is. You have to remember that what all the asset that you have, all the material things in this life is just temporary. You come into this world naked. You see, when you're leaving, they might put on one black and white outfit on you if you're one man or something. A female, then put on one white dress on you, everything. What do you think are going to happen? It's going to rotten off of your back. That are the only thing you go down with. Nothing more. Yeah, left the house, yeah, left the car, yeah, left this, all the qualifications that you have. You're leaving. So if you have the 2 masters, you have the degrees, the diplomas, you're leaving them. You have the millions in the bank account, you're leaving it. You're leaving this world empty, just like how you enter. And that is what people have to understand. So you have to know to treat people good, treat people with respect, treat people the way you want them to be, the way you want them to treat you. So guys, thank you so much. I have work a morning. Yeah, you mash up some black mangoes. Me have 2 East Indian right now. Me go eat and then go my bed. That me I go do right now. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. and my dark nights. I'm so sorry. I realize that I have 42 people on here tonight. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know if you did expect to get some cas or anything. I don't speak like that. Me not talk too loud or nothing like that, so I'm not gonna really get them something there. But thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Bam Bam Jamaica, thank you so much for joining. I love what you're doing, girl. So keep it up. Oh, sorry, lady. I love what you're doing, so keep it up. Sharon, thanks as always, and thank you so much for the support. Maria, thank you. Blessed one, hey, thank you for joining. Please hit the thumbs up, guys. Barbara, good night. Voice out, thanks for joining. Good night, all, and please have a blessed night. Please remember, in spite of your position, it is just temporary. That's all. You just have it for a moment. So treat people with love and respect. If you're realizing you're in a position to help someone, help them. So thank you so much. Have a good night, all.